Hello, my name is Matthew Griffin and I have a confession to make. I am not a best-selling author, despite the fact that I've actually written 15 books. And many people wonder why that is. And it's because I give everything away for free. Now, when we actually think about things that are actually given away for free, we generally think they're given away for free because they're generally crap, right? However, here's one book. I have a couple more. Now, this is my Emerging Technology Codex. I see it is about 450 pages. It is packed with over 300 exponential and emerging technologies spanning the next at least 50 years. And in fact, there are a couple of theoretical emerging technologies that actually reach 5,000 to 10,000 years out. Just look up stellar engines. Now, when we actually think about free as being crap, this one is, what's this? This is compute. Now, over here, you can actually see all of the different emerging technologies that I track. And we've got things like biological computing, chemical computing, DNA, liquid computing, molecular computing. We do obviously have photonic and quantum computers as well. And actually, in terms of how they're actually laid out, if you really wanted to learn about the latest and greatest ionic computers or liquid computers or whatever it happens to be, then it's quite handy. You can learn about them in, well, how fast can you read? That's it, 2 minutes. That's it, what they are, why they are, what you can use them for, when they're actually going to be commercially mature and all that kind of stuff. However, in here, there are 13 categories of emerging technologies, and you can see a lot of these basically in my keynotes that I hand out. But why don't we move on to the next free thing that also probably isn't actually that crap. So this is an even bigger book. It is the 311 Emerging Trends Codex. Now, this one actually has over 200 megatrends detailed in it. Now, the way that I've laid this out is, I think, quite nifty. It's laid out by steep trends first, so societal, technological, economic, environmental and political trends. But then I line it out by line of business trends. So if you're a professional in HR, in cyber, in operations, in business model management and strategy, you can find the very latest trends that you might be interested in really, really quickly. But then in addition to that, we have industry trends. So if you want to understand how your industry is transforming and how every other industry is transforming on the planet, and all the trends that are actually affecting them and the trends that are directly impacting you and indirectly impacting you, then it's all in this fabulous book, complete with 3 foresight strategies as well. Now, when we actually have a look at things, basically we've got this. We have the Explorer framework. This is a fully fledged strategic foresight framework that you can use for yourself. You don't need me. You don't need to pay me anything. After all, I am not a best-selling author. In fact, I'm not a best-selling anything. And yeah, when we have a look at, for example, environmental trends, etc., we've got a nice index here. Again, the way that these books are laid out is they are designed to help you explore the future, whether that's technology, trends, and all these kinds of different things, as quickly as possible. So, here we go. Biodiversity collapse. This book contains over 500,000 stats across all of these different topics. But if we have a look at the line of business trends, for example, these are the political trends. They're a bit boring, but here we go. I'm still going through it. Right, here we go. We've got business model trends. So some of the latest business model trends include decentralized autonomous organizations, etc. You should be getting the gist on this book now anyway, but we've got sustainability, we've got workplace trends, just proving we've got workplace trends. We've also got things like, these are the industry trends. So we've got about 17 industries that are represented. That's aerospace trends for you. And if we actually have a look at aviation industry trends, then we have things like this. Aircraft electrification. The FAA in the United States particularly love this section, has to be said. And anyway, again, you can see that this particular book, it's a monster and it's only getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You can download the PDF. I'll put the link in the comments below. So what you've done is you now start seeing the future of different technologies. You start understanding how those technologies can be combined to create next generation products or services. You understand the trends that are actually affecting you at a personal or professional level, an industry level, a regional level, or a global level. What do you do now? Well, I mean, you might need the third free book. What about this one? How to Build Exponential Enterprises. Now, this actually came off the back of a conversation with Shell, and that's it. Now, Shell basically were one of my first clients, basically, and they said, look, what we want to do is we want to disrupt. And it's like, well, what do you want to disrupt? Is it yourself, your industry, something else? And they said, well, we're not really sure. And anyway, we did quite a lot of scenarios for them and all that kind of stuff. And we said, well, you know, you're here as an organization. The future looks a little bit like this. And they said, well, that's great. You know, when we have a look at the future state of our organization, the problem that we have, and lots of organizations apparently have this problem, as I learned through the years, is something called crossing the chasm. How do you get from the organization that you are today to the organization that you want to be tomorrow? If only someone had actually written an A to Z book on exactly how to do that, starting from either a blank sheet of paper or somewhere else, and going all the way through to execution. Now, this particular book, again, we can see here, this is for governments, accelerating futures innovation. So this section came off of the back, basically, of a conversation with the Bahraini government. That's always a good one to actually sort of read. We've got some quotes in here as well. Every day is day one. Guess who said that? But if I actually show you, what we have is, you've got, for example, the prepare stage. So the prepare stage, you know, what you need to do before you actually even really start thinking about what the future of your organization might look like. But we've also kind of got these schedules in there. So not only do you actually have, all of the information that you actually need, you've also got the schedule. But we don't stop there. We've got things like, how do you transform your organization's culture? Naturally. But while it's all very well having a schedule, you might actually want some resources as well. Everyone loves resources. So scattered throughout this book, there are probably about 80 of these kinds of sheets. And as you're stepping through the different parts of this particular program, you've got quite literally everything that you need at your fingertips. So, unfortunately, as I've said, I mean, these are just 3 of my books. You can download the rest from the website. I am not a best-selling author. I kind of hope that I'm never a best-selling author, because my whole mantra is about democratizing access to the future for everybody. In fact, what makes this kind of an odd book is it's designed for 8 to 80-year-olds. I've actually had 11-year-olds using this book to build new businesses. They actually did that in Sherfield, basically, which is up the road from me, and we started building some future of food startups and all that kind of stuff. And that was just wild, frankly. That is in my Future of Education and Learning book, which I haven't actually printed out. Don't print all of them out because they're really expensive. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed a little jaunt basically through my bookshelf. And if you do want to download these books, just go to www.311institute.com/insights, and you will find books on everything from foresight to synthetic content, the future of communications and insurance, all kinds of things. You'll even find some emerging technology posters, which sometimes I flash up at the keynotes that I give. So let me know what you think. If you read these books and you think they can be improved, then do let me know. I'm always happy to take feedback and criticism, provided you're very nice about it, obviously. and I will see you in the future. Take care and goodbye.